Hello, and welcome to this overview of OCLC Meridian. OCLC Meridian is a data editing tool that allows you to add and update WorldCat entities in a shared and centralized entity management infrastructure for library-linked data work. As linked data becomes increasingly integrated into metadata workflows, OCLC Meridian enables entity creation when and where needed, lowering the barrier to authority creation and curation. In this video, we'll see how to establish access to OCLC Meridian, view and edit WorldCat entities, create and delete a WorldCat entity, and how to connect with other OCLC Meridian users in the OCLC Community Center. Access to OCLC Meridian begins with the appropriate account roles. All roles provide the ability to view WorldCat entities. With the Entity Management User role, users are able to view WorldCat entities, create and edit WorldCat entities, and request the deletion of individual WorldCat entities. The Entity Management Admin role provides all of the same permissions as the Entity Management User role, with the added ability to assign permissions to other users. To assign the appropriate role to a user, begin by locating that user's record in the WorldShare Admin module. Directly beneath Basic User Data, locate and expand the roles accordion, then click Edit. In the list of available roles, locate and select the appropriate entity management role to be assigned to this user. When finished, click Save. This user is now ready to access OCLC Meridian. From the OCLC Entity site, click the Sign In button from the top of the screen. Then, sign in as an institutional user with the account that is now assigned the Entity Management role. Note that after we log in, we can now see the OCLC Meridian logo in the site's banner. When entering a term in the search box, OCLC Meridian will search entities by their label, description, and aliases. In this example, we'll search for Shakespeare. From the results page, we may select facets to filter our results by the type of entity. We may then sort our results by relevance, entity type, or entity label. To see additional results, use the navigational links at the bottom of the page to move between screens. Alternatively, results can be expanded from 10 to as many as 100 per page. The entity's Universal Resource Identifier, or URI, can be copied from the screen using the Copy URI icon next to the entity label. To further view and edit the entity, click on the entity label directly. From the Entity Viewer, an entity may be downloaded in the form of a JSON file. When signed in as an OCLC Meridian user, the download file contains all of the entity's associated information and properties. To edit an entity, first click the Edit tab from the top navigational options. The Edit screen allows you to add, edit, and delete pieces of information associated with an entity. To add a new entry to a section, click the Add link next to the section title and update the information in the entry as desired. To modify an existing section, click on the pencil icon next to an entry. Then, update the information presented. To remove an existing entry in a section, click on the minus icon and select Delete from the Delete Entry dialog window. When creating an entity, first navigate to the Create button in the top right of the screen to open the Create Entity dialog box. Under Language of Content, use the drop-down menu to locate and select the language you will be using to create this entity. Under Entity Label, enter the name or title of the entity. In this example, I'll enter the name Romeo Montague. From the Entity Type drop-down list, select the type of entity you are creating. Here, I'll select Agent. From the Subtype menu, we'll select Person. Because the entity that I'm creating is a fictional character, I'll select the Fictional Entity checkbox to indicate that this entity only exists as part of a work. In the description text box, I'll include a brief description of the entity I am creating. Finally, under Aliases, I may add any other alternative names associated with this entity. When finished, click Create. The entity editor will now display the entity that I have just created, and I may continue adding additional information if desired. To request that an entity be deleted, select the Actions accordion from the top of the Entity Viewer. From the drop-down, select Request to Delete Entity and a dialog window will appear. If you are requesting to delete an entity due to it being a duplicate, first search for and locate the duplicate. When finished, submit the deletion request for review by clicking Send. Users of OCLC Meridian are encouraged to visit the OCLC Community Center. Here, you can connect with fellow Meridian users, ask questions, and contribute ideas. To join the community, visit community.oclc.org. For further information on OCLC Meridian, please visit help.oclc.org. For any queries not answered by documentation, please contact OCLC support by clicking the Contact OCLC support link found at the top of the page. That concludes this video. Thank you for watching.